Hi everyone, thanks for checking in. I wanted to make a real quick video to show my progress of where I was at on the SpaceWars game idea. I talked about it on the Game Marks podcast. Been working on it all weekend as a fundraiser for the Technology Cooperative. You can find out more details on that by either hitting GameWorks.com and checking the podcast 112, or go to gamemarks.chipin.com if you want to learn more and donate. So basically, since Friday on, nonstop coding. Okay, I lie. I did take some naps, but I've been coding on this game and live streaming it over Twitch TV. So I just wanted to make a video here showing the progress that I got at this point. So jump in, local game. We've got the very simplistic asteroids going. I don't have the asteroid splitting yet. I do have lives, you can see there, but I don't kick you out of the game when you're out of lives or anything like that. Like, I just a little countdown at the moment. Score, adding in, got some parallaxing on the background happening. Graphics are from the Indie Graphics Builder, the Kickstarter that I backed. If you're a fan of the podcast, you know that it was one of the Kickstarters that came up and offered. I think I backed it for $75 to get a whole suite of graphics, and really paid off, because I am not graphically advanced. I can do some basic stuff, and giving me stuff to work with sped it up and made it look cool. So I'm not just showing you some white lines and stuff. So that's the basic part. Now, a big chunk of my time was actually spent in getting networking to work. So right now I have System Link working, which in theory means I have Xbox Live working, but I'm going to launch System Link here, and then you guys won't see this, but I'm also on my PC launching another copy of the game, which I will sign into here momentarily. So now I'm signed in from the PC, and the little ship that you see flying around is me on the PC, and then me locally. Don't have collision, don't have shooting working across the network. The asteroids are in sync across both of them. Like, I can smack into this on the Xbox, and then there, boom, I'm back. Now, you can see if I do some wild turning, you can see that really gets it. It's okay for the most part here. So I do have predictive bits in, but what I don't have in at the moment is smoothing. So that creates some of the jerkiness that you see. Also, the frames on my PC is down a bit too because of the recording. This is being recorded on the same PC. Let's just see. So, to show some of this, I'll show you a bit on the console. So, like most game projects that I do, I put in a debug console. So, like an FPS and time ruler. Oops. So there at the bottom, you can see a bar that represents one frame. Blue is the update, and red is the draw, and how much one frame is taking. And then the frames per second counter. I also added oops. You can see the data rate going back in. So about 4K up, 6K down. Seems a little noisy, actually. That seems like it's sending, what are we what did I last leave my net settings at? Okay, well that's not too bad. I don't have any simulated latency on, but I could set that here. So yeah, I got my console, ability to see different stats or adjust the physics of the game, play or control the throttle rate. So basically what's happening on the throttle rate is the asteroids are sent every 250 milliseconds because their trajectory does not change. That's just kind of a sync point for them. But the ship is sent every 2 frames, roughly, if we're running at 60 frames a second. So that's the way that is handled. Let's see, what else? See more data there, but yeah, so it's pretty much where the game's at. You can see the asteroids do handle pretty smooth. I'll go out, let's see, I will exit here and let the PC host, and then let me join. Now you can tell, since I don't have that worked out, that the PC is the host. So you can see that the asteroids are handling smooth. All those asteroids are network-based positioning. And I'll go ahead here. Net lag 200. So that gives me a round trip time now of 400 milliseconds ping times simulated. And again, so what you're looking for is jerkiness. If they get out of sync, they would be jerky, but it's not really happening. And we can also do some packet loss too. So we can do net drop 0.1 to drop 10% of the packets would get lost as well. And that does, you can see that a little bit now beginning to affect the game state. So what I gotta do there is just, the latency and everything is an estimate, right? So it's not 100%, it's just a good estimate, and the next step here is to add some smoothing so that when client server, when the games are out of sync, it'll interpolate and catch up instead of jerking. So, but there you go. There is SpaceWars thus far.